Hi, I'm Dean Ramsey. I'm Principal Analyst at TM Forum. I'm here today with Rohit Batra from ServiceNow. We're talking about revenue growth in the industry. Our new data shows that there is growth in the industry. This year there's been quite a bit, and on the B2C side, there's almost 5% change year on year. And we see that as being kind of like a post-COVID rebound of people buying consumer services again after the pandemic. On the B2B side, there seems to be more sustainable growth. It's slightly lower than that, about 2-3%. This is one of the things that keeps Rohit awake at night. Where's the growth coming from in the industry? What do you think? Where do you see that coming from?
Yeah, if you look at how the industry has evolved, in my view, there are three different phases that have happened across the generations. So if you look at first was the infrastructure. A lot of telecommunication operators are investing in infrastructure, making sure that the connectivity is ubiquitous. The second is about experience, differentiating by experience, which actually was the next phase of evolution, if you will. And the third now is services. I think in every phase that's happened, the previous one still continues to persist, but only keeps adding on. So what we're seeing right now is a lot of customers are trying out new services, a long tail of new services, especially with the promise of 5G and network slicing will continue to get added on. And as part of that, I think there will be a lot of services that will be introduced in the market. Customer expectations are obviously going up. And there's a demand for a new generation of services that are based on new SLAs and new kind of service requirements that are coming in. So I think the growth will come from a diversification of services and the investment that's happening in the infrastructure as well from customers.
Right. So it seems like a really complex situation, What is it that ServiceNow are doing to help their CSP customers drive towards those growth opportunities?
Yeah, so from our perspective, we look at three different areas that we are focused on. Number one is helping our customers launch new products faster into the market. So looking at automation, the ability to be able to introduce new products, making sure that they're granular enough so that they can be reused and componentized. And so for making sure that they can think about new services and business processes that can be introduced into the market. The second is differentiated based on experience. So a lot of these customers that we are looking at today, as they introduce new services, there's a big chunk of the services that they do not possibly own themselves. There's actually being introduced by partner services that are being leveraged on top of connectivity. And so for us, when we look at the ability to be able to connect the end customer, the telecom service provider himself, and the partner into a streamlined interface, that's the second area that we focused on. And the third one for us is around orchestration. As we look at automation into the new era, 5G slicing, there's a lot of talk around automation and orchestration. We believe that orchestration happens in every layer of the stack. So the layer that we are focused on is on service level orchestration, product level orchestration. So that's one area that we're continuing to invest in, making sure our customers can leverage that so they can automate a lot of the back-end processes, make sure they are more efficient in terms of delivering the services, and make sure they can realize the revenue faster.
Agreed. Connecting all of these things together is super essential for these new kinds of services. And so thanks for your time today, and hope you have a good show.
Thank you as well.
Thanks everyone.